Hello students, I am Uday Kumar, Senior Lecturer in Chemistry, associated with Narayana Medical Academy for the last 17 years. Today, we are going to discuss solutions. In the solutions, the subtopics are introduction and terminology, classification of solutions, method of expressing concentration of solutions, solubility and factors affecting solubility, vapor pressure of liquid solutions, ideal and non-ideal solutions, colligative properties, and last one is abnormal molar mass. So today we are going to discuss first one, that is introduction and terms. When two or more chemically non-reacting substances are mixed, a mixture is formed. That mixture may be two types: heterogeneous mixture and second one is homogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture consists of more than one phase. The properties of heterogeneous mixture is the combination of the two independent components present in that. Whereas coming to homogeneous mixture, it consists of single phase, and the properties of homogeneous mixture is different from the individual components of that. And coming to the definition of solution, homogeneous mixture of two or more components whose composition varies with certain limits is called solution. Or you can write solution is nothing but solute plus solvent. Solute plus solvent. A substance which is present in excess quantity is called as solvent, which decides the physical state of solution. A substance which is present in less quantity is called solute. A substance which is present in excess quantity is called solvent, which determines the physical state of solution. And a substance which is present in less quantity is called solute. A solution may contain one or more solutes. Coming to binary solution, a solution which contains of two components. A solution which contains two components is called binary solution. That means one solute and one solvent. Example for this is sugar plus water. Here sugar is solute, water is said to be solvent. Coming to ternary solution. A solution which contains three components is called ternary solution. Out of three components, two solutes and one solvent is present. Example for this type of solution is sugar plus salt plus water. Sugar and salt are solutes, whereas water is said to be solvent. Quaternary solution. A solution which contains four components. Which contains four components is called quaternary solution, which contains three solutes and one solvent. Example for this type is sugar plus salt plus urea plus water. So here sugar, salt and urea, they are solutes, and water is said to be solvent. So this is about binary solution, ternary solution and quaternary solution. Coming to method of expressing concentration of solutions. Method of expressing concentration of solutions. Concentration of solutions can be expressed qualitatively and quantitatively. Can be expressed qualitatively and quantitatively. So qualitatively, concentration of solution is expressed in two methods: dilute solution, concentrated solution. concentrated solution. So qualitatively, concentration is expressed as dilute solution, concentrated solution. Dilute solution, a solution which contains less amount of solute is called dilute solution. And a solution which contains more quantity of solute is called concentrated solution. Coming to quantitative methods, quantitatively, concentration of solution is expressed in various methods. One is mass percentage, volume percentage, mass by volume percentage, ppm, parts per million, molarity, normality, molality, mole fraction. So quantitatively, concentration of solution is expressed in various methods. One is mass percentage, this is weight by weight percentage, volume percentage, weight by volume percentage, ppm, molarity, normality, molality, mole fraction. These first four methods are physical methods to express the concentration of solutions. These are physical methods. Whereas molarity, normality, molality and mole fraction, they are said to be chemical methods. They are said to be chemical methods. So one by one we will discuss all these methods of expression of concentrations quantitatively. First one, mass percentage. So how the mass percentage is defined? The mass of solute in grams present in 100 grams of solution is called mass percentage. So if you want to calculate mass percentage of solute, mass percentage of solute is equal to mass of solute by mass of solution into 100. So mass of the solute in grams present in 100 grams of solution is called mass percentage of solute. Or you can write this as mass of solute by mass of solute plus mass of solution. Mass of solvent. Or this can be written as mass of solute by volume of solution into density of solution into 100. So this is mass percentage of solute. And mass percentage is generally used in industrial chemical applications. That means if you take how to define a mass percentage, let us take an example. 10% glucose by weight means 10% glucose by weight means 10 grams of glucose is present in 90 grams of water such that the solution becomes 100 grams. 10 grams of glucose dissolved in 100 grams of water such that the solution becomes 100 grams. That is said to be 10% glucose. Generally, mass percentage is going to be used widely in industrial chemical applications. For example, commercial bleaching solution contains 3.6% by mass of sodium hypochlorite in water. That is mass percentage calculation. Second one, volume percentage. So how to define volume percentage of solute? Volume percentage of solute is equal to volume of solute by volume of solution into 100. So how to define volume percentage? Volume of solute in ml dissolved in 100 ml of solution is called volume percentage. For example, 10% by volume represents, 10% by volume of glucose represents 10 ml of glucose present in 100 ml of solution. So coming to this volume percentage, generally this is going to be used in case of liquid solutions. Volume percentage is generally used in case of liquid solutions. That means if solute and solvent both are liquids, then volume percentage is going to be used. Example, 35% volume by volume ethylene glycol. Ethylene glycol. This is called antifreeze, which is going to be used in cars to cool the engine. What happens, sir? At this concentration, the freezing point of water is reduced to minus 17.6 degrees Celsius. In cold countries, generally the temperature is very less. In such case, you have to use 35% volume by volume of ethylene glycol, which is called antifreeze. So this is generally used in cars to cool the engine, because if you use ethylene glycol at this concentration, freezing point is going to be reduced to minus 17.6 degrees Celsius. Third one, weight by volume percentage. So it is defined as weight of the solute in grams present in 100 ml of solution is called weight volume percentage. That is, weight volume percentage of solute is equal to weight of solute by volume of solution into 100. Weight of the solute by volume of the solution in 100. How to define weight by volume percentage? Weight of the solute in grams present in 100 ml of solution is called weight by volume percentage. Generally, weight volume percentage is used in medicine and pharmacy. Medicine and pharmacy. Weight volume percentage is generally used in medicine and pharmacy. And last one, that is the physical methods, is ppm. So ppm represents parts per million. When the solute is present in trace quantities, concentration is better expressed in terms of ppm, parts per million. And ppm is nothing but weight of solute by weight of solution into 10 power 6. 10 power 6. So the ppm is defined as the weight of solute dissolved in grams in 10 power 6 grams of solution is called ppm. Generally, ppm is used to express the concentration of pollutants, in air and water. It is going to be used to express the concentration of pollutants in air and water. Generally, ppm is going to be used. So what is the need of ppm? If any substance is present in minute quantities, in order to raise the quantity, we are expressing in terms of ppm. For example, 1 liter of seawater, 1 liter of seawater, 1 liter of seawater, which is weighing 1030 grams, contains 6 into 10 power minus 3 grams oxygen dissolved. 1 liter of seawater which weighs 1030 grams contains 6 into 10 power minus 3 grams oxygen. That means the quantity of oxygen is very less. In order to increase the value, we are expressing in terms of ppm. Then 10 power 6 liters, 10 power 6 grams of contains how much amount? 10 power 6 grams contains how much amount? 1 liter is 1030 grams. 1030 grams seawater is containing 6 into 10 power minus 3 grams of dissolved oxygen. Then 10 power 6 grams seawater contains how much amount of oxygen? That is 10 power 6 into 10 power minus 3 by 1030. If you calculate it, you are going to get 5.8 grams. Previously, this value is very less, 6 into 10 power minus 3 grams, if it is expressed per liter. Now it became 5.8 grams when it is expressed per 10 power 6 grams. If the solute is present in very least quantities, in such a case, parts per million is the best method to express the concentration of solution. So before going to introduction, first we have to define mixture. If two or more chemically non-reacting substances are mixed, a mixture is formed. Thus formed mixture may be two types: heterogeneous mixture, homogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixture and homogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous and homogeneous mixture. What is heterogeneous mixture? A heterogeneous mixture will have more than one phases, and properties of heterogeneous mixture is sum of the properties of individual components. Coming to homogeneous mixtures. In the homogeneous mixture, number of phases is 1, and properties of this homogeneous mixture is completely different from the components present in homogeneous mixture. So first we are going to discuss what is solution, how to define solution. A homogeneous mixture of two or more components. A solution may be defined as homogeneous mixture of two or more components. Mixture of two or more components whose composition varies within certain limits is called solution. Homogeneous mixture of two or more components whose composition varies within certain limits is called solution. Or a solution is a mixture of solute and solvent. Is a mixture of solute and solvent. Then what is the difference between solute and solvent? A substance which is present in large quantity is called solvent. A substance which is present in large quantity is called solvent. And this solvent decides the physical state of solution. Coming to solute, a substance which is present in small quantity. A substance which is present in small quantity is called solute. A solution may have one or more solutes. For example, let us discuss binary solution. Binary solution. If a solution is made up of two components, it is made up of two components. Two components are one solute, one solvent. Then it is called binary solution. A solution containing two components is called binary solution. One solute, one solvent. Let us take an example. Sugar plus water. This is an example for binary solution. Here sugar is solute, water is said to be solvent. That is binary solution. Coming to second one, ternary solution. Ternary solution. A solution which contains three components. Which contains three components is called ternary solution. Out of the three components, two solutes, and it contains one solvent. It contains two solutes and one solvent. Coming to the example for this is sugar plus salt plus water. This can be taken as an example for ternary solution. Here sugar and salt are said to be solutes. Water is said to be solvent. Water is solvent and this is said to be solute. Sugar and salt mixture is taken as solute and this is said to be solvent. It contains three components, hence called ternary solution. Quaternary solution. A solution which contains four components, is called quaternary solution. Out of four components, it will have three solutes and one solvent. Example for this type is sugar plus salt plus urea plus water. This can be taken as example. Here sugar, salt and urea, they are said to be solutes and water is said to be solvent. So this type of solution where it contains three solutes and one solvent is called quaternary solution. Formation of a solution is physical process. Formation of solution is physical process. is a physical process. That means no chemical reaction takes place, only physical state is going to be changed. Hence it is said to be a physical process. Formation of solution is said to be physical process. Solute cannot be separated. Solute cannot be separated from solvent by centrifugation or by filtration or by settling. You cannot separate solute from the solvent either by subjecting to centrifugation or filtration or by settling.